If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified of more movie-related videos. Thank you. What's going on, guys? It's that guy with movies back here again. And today's video, West Edmonton Mall is officially back. I have not been there in quite a long while. Probably, what was it? The last time that I went to West Edmonton Mall was to see 1917. So that was back, 1917. So that was back in like January. They've been closed due to COVID, and now they have reopened. Now most of the stores have reopened. So they'll probably have a whole bunch of, rules and guidelines, like, the social distancing and the stickers on the floor, directing traffic and that. But yeah, they have officially reopened, so that's good. The theater's reopened. The water park is reopening as well. So yeah, it's good to be back to, it's good to go back to West Edmonton Mall again, I guess, so to say. But yeah, let's go to West Edmonton Mall, and we'll see what, I guess, adventures we can get into while we're there. Alright guys, we are walking up to West Ed here. Gotta say, it's good to be back. As you can see, probably right there, they have little social distancing icons on the floor, and I guess kind of, directing one-way traffic and everything. And yeah, over here they got like a sign that tells you, you can only go this way. So, let's go. Awfully quiet in here, but obviously it's not open yet, as you can see right here, and pretty much any other place over here as well. Yeah, there's like barely any people in here. It feels kind of weird, actually. And yes, if you are wondering, the Ice Palace, or the big rink in the center of the mall, is still closed. And the only thing that's left is one lonely little puck right there, sitting on its side right there. And then there's a whole bunch of pucks down there. So yeah, I guess once it opens, people might play more hockey. I don't know. And yes, if you're wondering, the water park did reopen today, but as you can see, not very many people at all. I think the pool part there was drained as well, probably just to clean it and everything because of, COVID and that. But yeah, it did officially reopen for business, but like I said, not very many people over here. And it looks like there's a lack of, there's one sea lion over there that's, doing his thing. But no activity, no signs of activity over here, it looks like. Maybe if we go over here a little bit. Nope. We have like a shipwreck, but that seems to be about it, just besides that one lonely little sea lion right over there. And now we are in the wing over by Sunrise and the theater and everything, and unfortunately my little buddy, the bubblegum shrimp guy, is not out over there, but the theater though is open though. Like, you know, the escalators are shut off and that because obviously they're not open yet, but they are open though. And if you look over here, you're probably wondering, what is all this? Like, why is it all walled off and everything? Well, that's because there is actually a Lego store going over here. I watched something from Best Edmonton Mall. If you don't know who he is, he's a smaller YouTuber, but he's really worth watching, and I learned it from him that this area all over here is supposed to be a big, huge Lego store. So we'll see how that works out. And yeah, obviously it's still under construction. I think they probably just, you know, started construction on this when the mall was closed for COVID. But yeah, looks to be pretty big. It takes up probably almost all of this, you know, empty seating area where the stage was by Sunrise and everything. So yeah, I think it's supposed to be kind of like one, like where, like in the Mall of America. But yeah, well, we have arrived at our first destination of this video, which is West Edmonton Coin and Stamp. So let's go inside and we'll take a look at something that might be a little bit new for this channel, a new pickup. guys, I'm going into Sunrise now. As you guys can see, inside West Edmonton Coin and Stamp, I did look at the Funko Pops in there because I might start collecting some of those now. But now we're over here at Sunrise, so we'll look at the movies as well. Plus, we'll look at some of the Funko Pops in here because it looks like they actually have some. So let's go on inside. approaching our next destination, which is Hot Topic right over there, to look for more Funkos. So let's go on inside and see what they have. I know you guys can't see it, our last location of the day, which is EB Games. So let's go inside and hopefully maybe they'll have, I don't know, some games or some Funkos in there. Okay guys, back home from shopping at West Edmonton Mall, and I've got a decent amount of stuff to show you guys. Nothing too much for movies, but for those Funkos that I was looking at all those different places and everything, I did actually find some pretty solid Funkos there. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to show you guys first. I might show you the movies first, but I might want to get the Pops out of the way first. But I don't know, maybe we'll do the movies first because I want to get those out of the way, and then I'll probably show those Funko Pops that I did buy. I've got 3 things here. One of them is actually a thrifting pickup that I'll just kind of show you guys randomly that I don't really know what I'm going to do with, but the only 2 movies that I picked up today were at Sunrise. They're both Blu-rays. So I'll show you those first, and the first one here is a newer title. It's not like brand new, but it's newer, like a couple years old. That feels weird saying that this is a couple years old already. But yeah, let's take a look at the first one here, and that is the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital combo pack. I believe there's also a 4K of this one that exists. And that is Love, Simon here, which is a movie that I've actually been looking for a little while now. And now I'm glad to say I finally have a copy of in my collection because I've watched this one when it first came out, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. It's a really kind of, you know, like touching, kind of, I guess, cute, you could say, like, little romance movie here. I enjoyed it. Is it based off a book? Yeah, it is based off a book. It's apparently called Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. But, yeah, Love, Simon here. It was a really enjoyable movie. I really enjoyed this one. And, yeah, I enjoyed it. So that's why I bought this one here. 19 bucks, like around 20 bucks. Probably a little bit more than what I was willing to spend for this movie here. But, especially for a movie that's like 2 years old already. But Love, Simon here. I really enjoyed this movie. And I would definitely recommend watching it if you guys have not seen it yet. Or if you guys kind of like these kind of teen, you know, comedies here, like these teen movies. If you like these ones, I think this one might be right up your alley. So, Love, Simon here. I really enjoyed it, and now I have a copy of it after I've been looking for it for a while now. And then the only other movie I picked up there was just one that I wanted to complete a collection, but it's just one that I never found anywhere. Now I finally have it, and I finally have the complete filmography from this director, except for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You'll probably already know who I'm talking about, and that is Jackie Brown here. This is the only other, I guess, kind of older Tarantino one that I needed for my collection, besides Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I might get if it's cheap on probably just Blu-ray. But Jackie Brown, one of his only kind of classic ones that I needed still on or in my collection, because I've got like some of them on DVD, like I've got Death Proof, I got Reservoir Dogs, Hateful Eight, I think I have on DVD. And then I've got most of his other ones on Blu-ray. So I got like Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, Inglourious Bastards, Django. I've got all those on Blu-ray. But the only other one that I needed was Jackie Brown. So now I finally have Jackie Brown on Blu-ray here. And I like this one as well. I definitely think it's kind of a more forgotten about Tarantino movie. Like, not very many people have seen this one, I think. but it's definitely a good movie. I don't think there's really a bad Tarantino movie that I've seen. Even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is a movie I didn't really care for. It was mediocre, but it wasn't like horrible, at least. Like, I think like probably the last 20 minutes of the movie saves it, but it's okay nonetheless. But Jackie Brown here, probably one of his lesser movies, but I still like it nonetheless. It's a, you know, pretty interesting kind of stylish movie here. But that's Jackie Brown. It's this cool little digipack release that my Pulp Fiction copy also came in, so there's a look at that. And yeah, now I finally have all of Tarantino's movies up till Hollywood, or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So those are the only two movies that I did pick up today at West Edmonton Mall, or Sunrise, I guess. So just got these two. This one, or Jackie Brown, was $12, and then, like I said, Love Simon was $19 or $18.99, I guess. So that was it for the stuff I picked up at West Edmonton Mall. Now to just show you guys just a random thrifting pickup that I picked up, and I think it's a mistake that I grabbed this one. But this DVD here, Fists of Bruce Lee. Now you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? Why did you make a mistake buying this? Bruce Lee is awesome. Well, it's complicated because I've shown it before in the past, probably in my collections and everything. I have Bruce Lee's movies up there. It's in that like box set release that's got like, you know, The Big Boss, Chinese Connection, all of that sort of stuff. I think Game of Death is in there. It's got most of his movies that he's done, like most of his Kung Fu ones. And then I've got Enter the Dragon somewhere here. I can't find it right now. I was going to pull it out just to show you guys. But yeah, I've got most of his movies up there. Plus Enter the Dragon, which is by a different studio. That's a Fox release set. And then Enter the Dragon is from Warner Brothers. So I got all those ones. And I think there was another set that I had that had like Game of Death 2 in it or something. But I never ended up picking that one up because I never found it anywhere. But yeah, this movie here, Fists of Bruce Lee. One thing about this one glaring fault. This movie doesn't actually star Bruce Lee. It's called Fists of Bruce Lee because I believe there was a genre back in like the mid to late 70s, I guess you could say, that was kind of about like the genre was called Bruceploitation, and it basically just had a lot of these kind of kung fu movies in the style of, you know, Bruce Lee, like, you know, like Enter the Dragon classic, Big Boss classic, Chinese Connection, all of that good stuff. But, yeah, Fists of Bruce Lee here. This is not a movie that stars him, because if you look on the back, it's got a guy that's name is Bruce Lee. Like, I'm sure it's pronounced Lee, but yeah, L-I instead of L-E-E. And it's also directed by this Bruce Lee, too. So this Bruce Lee guy, it's not him. This movie is just called Fists of Bruce Lee because it's just, you know, taking advantage of, you know, like the whole Bruceploitation genre. And another glaring fault, or another glaring issue with this one, is from 1978. Bruce Lee died in 1974, and this one came out in 1978, and they basically have the gall to say that this stars Bruce Lee in it. But yeah, I think I made a grave mistake picking this one up, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I popped it in my computer. It's a very poor quality transfer of this particular movie. And it's almost like kind of a VHS, kind of like even less than VHS copy, probably like directly taken from like a 35mm film reel, and it looks terrible. I don't know. Like, this is from this no-name company, Direct Source Special Products, which probably specializes in these sorts of movies, just really poor quality transfers and just of movies that nobody's heard of. And yeah, Fists of Bruce Lee. No idea why I picked this one up. I just thought it starred Bruce Lee in it. And I was like, oh, but no, it's got Bruce Lee in it. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll try and sell it. Maybe I'll donate it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But those were the movies that I did pick up there. So just the two of the ones that I showed you guys, or two of the ones that I did pick up at West Edmonton Mall today, plus this kind of older, you know, thrifting pickup here. So that is it for the movies, and now we will get on to the Funko Pops, and I got a whole bunch of them. I got 6 of them here to show you guys. So without further ado, we will get started here. Funkos, I've kind of warmed up to these now. I think they're kind of cool, actually. They are cheap enough that I can grab. Like, I've kind of stopped or really slowed down comic book collecting. I don't know. I'm just really kind of not into it anymore. But I think Funkos are going to be my other thing besides movies and games that I'm going to pick up. And yeah, I like these ones. I think they're, they're kind of cool. They're cool to look at. They're neat. But yeah, I've grabbed 6 of them here. Like I said, I think it's my new thing to collect, probably a third thing now. And yeah, there's 6 of them here to show you guys. So the first one here is a Star Wars pop. And, be on the lookout for more Funko Pop videos that I might do in the future. But the first one here is a Star Wars pop. It's number 355. This is from The Mandalorian. And this is the Mandalorian flamethrower, or flamethrowing The Mandalorian. I just thought this one was pretty cool. I did check eBay. I checked, I checked eBay, and then I checked, like, the Funko app on this one as well. Like, the PPG, which is Pop Price Guide. There we go. And this one actually doesn't go for too bad of prices. It actually goes for, probably about 25 to 50 bucks here. Very odd that this pop would be going for this kind of price, but I have heard that they are done filming Mandalorian Season 2, I think, and it's due out for release in October. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe it might get delayed until next year, but hopefully not, since, Disney Plus doesn't really have too much content right now in the way of, like, originals. Like, they've got, like, Hamilton, which I still have yet to watch, and, like, that really terrible Artemis Fowl movie, which is another movie that I still haven't watched yet. And, like, besides Mandalorian Season 1, and I hope WandaVision comes out this year as well on Disney Plus. But, we'll see. But, yeah, Mandalorian here, the flamethrowing one. This is apparently a special edition, as you can see by that seal right there. There's a better look at the figure. I like how the pops have this little side panel here, so you can get a better look at the figure. So there it is right there. And then there it is, or there's what it looks like inside. And there's a whole bunch of them that you can collect as well from the same line. But yeah, the Star Wars Mandalorian number 355 here, the Mandalorian flamethrowing bobblehead. So there is the first pop that I'm going to show for this video. And then another one that I picked up here, this is Pop Heroes now. This is just, the Star Wars one was just a regular pop. This is a Pop Heroes line. And this is number 337, and this is a Batman pop. And that is the Joker Batman 1989. Yes, this is a movie that I love. I really like this one. Probably, in my opinion, I know a lot of people like The Dark Knight and, like the Nolan trilogy. I think that the original 1989 Batman is probably, in my opinion, the best live-action Batman movie. I love it. It perfectly captures, like the comics and the dreary atmosphere of Gotham, and I love it. Like, I really like Michael Keaton's performance. I really like Jack Nicholson's performance in here as the Joker, and it's just a movie that I really like. It's a very well done movie. I do somewhat enjoy Tim Burton as well, but I think he nailed the tone and the style of Batman in this movie, and yeah, it's just a really hard to hate movie, but yeah, I love it. But I decided to pick this one up here because, like, just how cool is this? Like, it's cool. I really like, like I said, I really like Jack Nicholson's Joker, and I wanted to just grab this one here. And it's got him in his hat and everything, and, the suit that he wears in the movie. But that is what this pop looks like. There's another look at the side there. And the only other one that you can collect out of this line is the 89 Batman as well, which I should probably try and find just to have, like, the complete set here. And I might display him on my shelf, or one of them, along with, the Joker here, and, you can kind of replicate the ending scene in the cathedral there, or on top of the cathedral when they're fighting. But, yeah, the Joker here, really happy that I found this pop here, because it is super, super cool. And the next few here, those ones were actually older pickups. Like this one I got at my local comic shop, and then the Mandalorian one I actually picked up at Toys R Us. So now we will get on to the pops that I picked up today. And the first couple are ones that I picked up at that West Edmonton Coin and Stamp. They had a whole lot of Funko Pops, as you guys could tell. Sorry I didn't really talk too much in the shopping portion. West Edmonton Coin and Stamp, there was loud audio playing, plus it's a pretty small store that wasn't really too busy, so I couldn't really do too much in the way of narration there. Sunrise, of course, I never talk in Sunrise because of the loud music, plus, once again, store that's not really too busy. Hot Topic, I had to wear a mask. Masks are required in that place, so, and plus, once again, loud music, so I couldn't talk. And, the EB Games was the last place I went to. I didn't film in there at all. Teeny tiny little store, plus, once again, not too busy, so couldn't really talk in there without probably the employees kind of, frowning down on me for, filming in there. But, yeah, these are the first couple that I picked up at, it's a collectible shop, so West Edmonton Coin and Stamp. And there are a couple of Buffy Pops here. So the first one here is actually from, when the show celebrated its 20th anniversary back in 2017. And this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 20 Years of Slaying, number 597 here. And this is Faith. And this one here was actually part of the first shelf that you saw when I walked in there, and the first shelf that I filmed, I believe. All of those on that rack were $10 each, or you could get 5 for $40. And this was the only one out of those that I picked up because it is cool. I like Faith. I think, Eliza Dushku played her great in Buffy, especially, the 3rd season. And she does come back for, the 4th season and then the 7th season. And, yeah, it's just a cool little pop here. Look at that. And, yeah, it probably would be cool as well, even though I think it would never happen to actually get some of these signed by, the actors that portrayed them. It would probably be pretty cool to get this one signed by Eliza Dushku, but I doubt it, though. But yeah, $10 there. There's a better look at the pop there. $10, not too bad of a deal. It does say 12 on the front, but all of those on the rack were $10. So I decided to pick it up. And then there's the other ones that you can get from this line. I'm actively looking for the Dark Willow because I think that one is super cool. I really want that one because also she was my favorite villain out of the whole show. And yeah, also Faith, another one of my favorite villains from the show as well. Just, or I guess not really a villain, more kind of an anti-hero, I guess, but another really cool character that I just wanted the pop of. So there is that. And this one, or actually I forgot to tell you guys the value of the Joker one. Probably around maybe $15, so just a little bit more than retail price. This one pretty much just goes for retail price anyways, so not really worth too much. Plus the box is kind of scratched, the plastic, so I don't know, probably the value might go down a little bit for that one. And then the next one here is actually vaulted, which, if you don't know Funko lingo, basically it's vaulted, which means it's not sold anymore. But this is from the same Buffy line, and this is number 594, and that is Buffy herself with the, the white dress and the leather jacket there. Also a really nice little pop, and there is a better look at it, as you guys can see right there. And this is actually one that I did not see initially when I was looking, and I did ask the guy about the Dark Willow one if he had it, and he did not have it, unfortunately, but he had this one, though. So I'm really happy to have a Buffy pop in my collection here. And, yeah, I can't remember which episode this is from, but, yeah, it's the white dress with the leather jacket there. I believe it was probably one of the earlier seasons, I think, probably around season 3-ish, I think. But, yeah, just a really super cool little pop there that, once again, try and find some room for in my room here to display. And then the last two, this next one here was the last one I got at West Edmonton Coin and Stamp. This is a Marvel Pop, so a comic book hero here. And this is $5.93, Spider-Man. How cool is that one? I really thought this one was kind of cool. And this actually might be the original Steve Ditko Spider-Man, so that's pretty cool. The Marvel 80 Years edition with kind of the shiny, lettering in here. And that's a look at the back there. They don't tell you the other ones that you can get from this line. They basically just tell you their first appearance. So this one, first appearance was Amazing Fantasy 15, of course. And there's a better look at the pop right there. Like I said, I really like how, Funko does this with their pops to kind of showcase the character a little bit better if you can't really see them in the plastic or the box here. But yeah, Spider-Man, really happy to have this one because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. You gotta love Spider-Man. And yeah, just happy to have a Spider-Man pop in my collection. And then that was it for the West Edmonton Coin and Stamp. Now the next one here and the last thing I'm going to show you for this video unfortunately I think I kind of spoiled it, was the only one I bought at Hot Topic, and that is the Star Wars 40th Anniversary Empire Strikes Back. This is 364, and that is Han Solo in Carbonite. I just thought, once again, this was cool. And, oh, I keep forgetting to tell you guys the values of some of these. Buffy, it's vaulted, so it probably goes for higher prices than normal, but around, I think, 20 bucks for it. And Spider-Man here, very common pop. It goes for just retail price, so about 8 to 10 bucks. And this Han Solo here, I think goes for around like about 20 to 30 bucks, so it is a little bit more valuable. But I just thought it was really cool because, you know, who doesn't love having at least, you know, one piece of Star Wars memorabilia in their collection? And there's a better look at that one right there. And it's just a really cool, like, kind of, you know, chromish, little, like, shiny silver, little pop there. So that is that. And those are all of my Funko Pop videos. All of my Funko Pop pickups here. And I know, like, they're nothing too spectacular. There are a lot of common pops, and I'm just starting out because the only other Funko Pop that I have is one that I'm displaying upstairs, which is just a free one I got when I bought Rogue One on Blu-ray many moons ago when I first started my channel. You know, back when the dinosaurs were still on Earth. But, yeah, that was the only Funko Pop that I had in my collection, and now I have 7 of them. So anyway, though, guys, that is about it for this West Edmonton Mall video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, unfortunately, sorry, I didn't really talk too much in the West Edmonton Mall parts. And actually, one more thing that I do want to tell you guys about is I actually went back to the theater a couple of days ago, or actually last week. And I went and saw Jurassic Park. Unfortunately, there's nothing out right now. I hope Tenet and Mulan still do come out in this during the summer here, because, you know, summer is almost over. We're already halfway through it. And yeah, so I just went and saw Jurassic Park. Cineplex is offering, you know, classic movies. They're playing, or, you know, like really popular stuff. Like in the IMAX theaters, they're playing like the Dark Knight trilogy. What else are they playing? They're playing like Iron Man. They're playing Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, what else? Jaws. They're playing Ghostbusters. So they're playing a whole bunch of classics. And one of those classics was Jurassic Park, so I decided to go see that one. Obviously, love the movie. And if I reach down here, yes, I do have Jurassic Park on DVD, plus I already have it on Blu-ray as well, and even Blu-ray 3D. So you're probably wondering, why did you go and see it? Well, I wanted to replicate the experience of actually going to see Jurassic Park in the theater, because I, you know, like, I could just imagine, you know, going to see that movie in 1993 when it first came out, and just, you know, the crowd going nuts, and, you know, when the dinosaurs appeared, I'm sure the CGI was a revelation. Even though, like, it mostly was animatronics, like, they still actually look pretty good today. And, yeah, it was just a really magical, really great experience going to see Jurassic Park in the theater. So I'm really happy to say that I've actually went and saw Jurassic Park now. And, yeah, just, I really enjoyed that experience. I might go see more, who knows. Hopefully, like I said, Tenet and Mulan come out this summer, so I can go see those ones. But, yeah, really love going to see Jurassic Park. It was pretty empty in the theater as well. But, you know, that didn't bother me, because they are doing, like, social distancing. They're not doing, you know, half the auditorium is basically empty, just to do the social distancing and that. And, you know, like, families can sit together, but unfortunately, if you're a single person going to see a movie, you can buy a seat, but they don't recommend buying the seat next to you. Like, they're basically selling them in pairs, but you can't buy, you know, the seat next to you, because, you know, just to encourage the, you know, the 6-foot rule, or the, you know, the 2 meters or the 6 feet apart rule. But, yeah, it was just a really cool experience going to see Jurassic Park in the theater. So anyway, though, guys, that is about it for this West Edmonton Mall video. and all of these Funko Pop pickups and a couple of movie pickups as well. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Instagram and Twitter links will be in the description down below if you want to follow me on there. Also be sure to check out my IMDb profile page. The link for that will also be down below in the description of this video as well, to check out what I've been watching recently. Also, if you're new to my channel or if you're already subscribed, be sure to click the bell to be notified of future videos. A new video every Tuesday and Friday. So anyway though guys, that is about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.